Okay, guys, so it's been a few days since I recorded last. Took some time off for Easter and all that, and then we had some family stuff going on, so been a little preoccupied. The last couple of days have not been good as far as the shredding diet, so I'm trying to get back on track with that. So here I have a new macros log, and I'm going to go over that. Per MyFitnessPal, I'm supposed to be consuming a little over 1,800 calories a day. I put in that I weighed 167 to begin with, wanted to lose about a pound a week, and so that kind of calculated it to get 1,800. I think my goal weight was like 135 or something, so at 1 pound a week. Anyways, so I have a macros log. I'm going to be doing it manually now, kind of keeping track of it just for the next couple weeks to see what my weight does. This is what Christian Guzman used for his calculations. So give me a second. So here what I'm going to do is, Frank and I have been tracking our weight on our whiteboard, but I figured it would be good just to go ahead and have it in here. I have all of this stuff laid out because I tried to record a little while ago and then my phone died. So I was kind of in the middle of explaining things, and yeah, so I had everything laid out. But anyways, so now instead of doing 1,800, I'm doing 1,945 calories a day. So my protein, I'll be getting 122 grams out of that. Fats are 57 grams, and carbs are 250 grams. And you can see here that I kind of had to like mark a little weird because for whatever reason I did weird math. So what he was saying, if you don't follow him, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, he would say take your body weight, which I've underlined my body weight, and so you use your body weight for a few of these formulas. And so what I'll start off with here is body weight times 15. He used a scale of, let's see, 14 to 16. Oh, my pen's going to stop working. There we go. 14 to 16. 14 being not very active, 16 being like super active all the time, exercising, high cardio, blah blah blah. I did 15, and I did 15 because I'm doing exercise, but I'm not sedentary. So I'm on my feet all the time at my job because I'm a hairdresser, running back and forth between clients, checking on hair, mixing up colors and stuff like that. And I actually read somewhere that you burn more calories standing, like if you're in a job that stands versus, obviously sitting at a desk job or something. But I did 15 because I'm not just sitting on my butt all the time. I'm running after my kids, working, exercising, doing all of that. I wouldn't consider myself highly active because there are days where I don't do anything and I get completely lazy, but I'm human. So anyways, so this is to get your calorie intake. So I did 163 times 15. I did my last low weigh-in because I thought that would be a nice like starting point to adjust to. And so to maintain 163 pounds, I should be taking in 2,445 calories. But I'm not wanting to maintain. So he suggested, Christian Guzman, suggested to subtract about 500 calories from that to create a deficit, which that gave me my 1,945 calories. He said to start off with about 500 because if you do more than that, then that creates too much of a deficit, and it could ultimately kind of be doing like a negative thing for you. And since I'm breastfeeding, I've mentioned that before, it would probably help to have the extra calorie in there. So this is my daily goal now, is 1,945 calories. I mentioned that I was going to be doing this manually instead of just like inputting it into the MyFitnessPal app. So how I'm figuring this stuff out is the formulas that he gave us. So for proteins, again, start off with body weight, and then I think he did a scale of 0.75 to 1.25. I did 0.75. I did lower in for the protein because I felt like that was a better fit for me as far as my fitness type stuff, and my, how much I'm actually moving around. So I did 163 times 0.75, and that got me to 122 grams of protein. So that is going to be my goal, my daily goal for protein. He said that for people who are like higher active, I think he said like show prepping, so if you're like going into like a fitness show or something, then that would be when you would use like 1.25 to calculate your protein. So that's why I went ahead and just started with 0.75, because I'm just trying to lose some weight and not really go show myself off yet. Anyway, so next we have fat. Again, start off with your body weight, multiply that. I think the high number was 0.4 and the low number was 0.3, so I did the median here. He suggested that if you liked your healthy fats, then it would be good to go with the higher numbers if you weren't going to be dying without carbs. Like I think he said if you're like a pasta bread person, then you should probably go with the lower number. But I did kind of like a median because I like my fats and my carbs and all that. So I thought that was like a happy medium. That got me to 57 grams of fat a day. So I got these two. And so then he said how you calculate your carbs. So he said that protein was 4 grams per calorie. Fat is 9 grams to a calorie, and then carbs were 4 grams. So what I did was I multiplied my proteins by 4 and my fats by 9, and so then I got the 488 plus 513 because that gave me how many calories each was going to be, and I got 1001. And then I divided those by 4 because you have the 4 grams per calorie here, and got 250 grams. And so that's how many grams I'm supposed to be taking in for my carbs. So what I want to do is starting tomorrow, I will weigh myself again. I probably went up a little bit since the last couple of days, I said, have been kind of crazy and not my usual as far as what I've been doing for the summer shredding series. So if I went up a little bit, I went up a little bit, but I'm going to still be trying to stick to this 1,945 calories a day. Probably going to do it about 2 weeks and see what happens. I'm anticipating to go up a little bit in weight since it's a little bit more than what I've been taking in, but things could level out since I'm really going to be tracking my proteins, fats, and carbs a little bit more. So I'll kind of like show you guys every now and then what's going on with my logging and all of that. But anywho, alright, well, I'm going to hop off here, guys. I'll be starting some Beachbody workouts tomorrow, and then I'll be sure to get a little bit of that on film for my next video. Anyways, alright, good night, everybody. Hey, so Frank corrected me on my like slight dyslexia-ish type situation that I had with my math. I said it was like 4 and 9 and 4 grams per calorie, but it's 4, 9, and 4 calories per gram. Yes? Yes. So, disregard what I was talking about, sort of. I just had it flip-flopped. So instead of it being, pull my thing up. So I have here, it says 4 grams per calorie. It's actually supposed to be, I'll write that down so that way I have it for my thing. is actually going to be 4 calories per gram, 9 calories per gram, and 4 calories per gram. And this is protein, fat, and carbs. So here we are now. So we have 4, 9, and 4 calories per gram instead of what I had said the last time. Alright, sorry y'all for the confusion. Alright.